Today on Clearing the Clutter Inside and Out, we are talking about essential oils. How can essential oils support you in decluttering? Are you aware that essential oils have medicinal qualities? Did you know that you can use essential oils with your pets? What's important to know when looking for quality essential oils? Let's continue our month focusing on fall. Are you ready to clear your clutter and share your gifts with the world? Every Tuesday at 1 p.m., join me on Clearing the Clutter Inside and Out as I teach you how to navigate the waters to declutter your life, get organized, and become more mindful. I'm an award-winning professional organizer, author, and certified life coach, and I destroy the box and examine clutter in all areas. Every episode, I'll give you take action steps that you can easily apply to your life. Come on, let's get started. Happy Halloween, everyone. This is my absolute favorite holiday, as well as Joey, our oldest cat's 14th birthday. So huge shout out to Joey. I hope everyone has a fantastic, safe holiday. Happy Halloween. I started decorating in September. This is my absolute favorite holiday. Stay safe, get lots of candy, or eat an organic apple or two, whatever floats your boat. All right, everyone, I'm super excited for today. If you've listened a long time, I'm always super excited when I have guests. I first met Lindy at my women's retreat. If you've been listening a long time, I talk about my mentor, a lot of the lessons I learn, I share with you in some way, shape, or form. And so Lindy and I were talking. She has gotten me really excited about essential oils. I have learned so much from her in a really short period of time. They have increased my wellness significantly. I am a convert. My parents probably don't listen to my podcast, but they are going to be getting some gifts this year that are going to have some essential oil components. They using with my pets. Anyway, I am very excited to have her on today because I'm a huge fan. And one thing that Lindy has really reminded me of that I would like to do more is to take charge of my health. And it's being informed and seeing what are my options. And I don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. I had to go to the ER a couple weeks ago, get some antibiotics, and I'm using essential oils to complement that. And I wouldn't change that for the world. And so I encourage you, do your research, do your homework. There are lots of really good resources in addition to Lindy, who's certified and knows all this good stuff. She's gotten me a desk reference so I can educate myself. And I hope that some people today become as passionate about essential oils as I have. I'm super excited, lots more to learn, but I've gotten on the path. All right, let me tell you about today's guest. Lindy Franciose is an Eden Energy Medicine Advanced Practitioner, authorized teacher for Foundation's Year 1, Eden Energy Medicine 101 and 102, licensed massage therapist and esthetician, certified clinical aromatherapist, and Reiki master. She's an experienced practitioner, teacher, public speaker, and advocate of natural holistic health, beauty, and well-being, with extensive training in aromatherapy and dance. Lindy has been successfully treating clients in her private practice, first in South Florida, and now in North Carolina for over 30 years. Welcome, Lindy.
Hey, hi, Julie. It's so good to be here.
All right, so let's get started. How can essential oils support us in decluttering our lives?
Okay, well, I knew we were going to be talking today. So what I did when I woke up is I'm diffusing a wonderful blend of essential oils called Clarity, just so that it'll refresh my memory and just create a really, upbeat atmosphere. So to declutter our lives, whether it's physically or emotionally or spiritually, essential oils are just very natural ways to help support the body and to becoming more in balance.
Now, there are tons of essential oils out there. Now, I have my favorites, which we'll talk about later when we had to re-record this interview. And so when we were doing the first interview, Lindy mentioned a couple things. I'm like, okay, tell me where, surrender. Where do I get that? Sign me up. But what I want to know, Lindy, because there are so many essential oils, it can be overwhelming. How would we know to test to know if this is a good essential oil for us?
Okay, well, like you said, there is no regulation for essential oils in the world. And in my years of practicing, I have been exposed to many, many different ones. So you want to make sure of the source of your oils. Ideally, they want to come from soil that's never been treated with any chemicals, any pesticides, so that it's a very holistic, healthy soil that the plant is growing in. And then you want to make sure that the plants are harvested at the right time for their optimum wellness. And then how are they distilled? Distilling is huge to keep the integrity and the therapeutic qualities of the plant or the root or the fruit or the bark or the resin. You want to have the whole piece of it. And that's the challenge with essential oils, because there's such a powerful commodity on the market today. Everybody's jumping on the bandwagon. And you want to look for companies that have been around for a long time, that are known for their integrity. Find out where their oils are grown. Ask the questions. You know, what's their seed to seal process? How do they harvest them? Where is the source? And sadly, a lot of people don't know. They just go and buy it, you know, in the Whole Foods or whatever. So you just really, really, really want to do your homework. Because the other thing is with essential oils, even though they're called natural medicines, for those of us that use them, we really encourage people to do their research, do your homework, look into things, because as a certified and licensed practitioner, I don't treat, I don't cure, I don't diagnose. That is totally not in my realm. What I do is I help support wellness. So we take a proactive stance. You know, we try to get to the root of whatever is going on and see how we can support the different systems involved.
Fantastic. So if I'm trying to decide, I love how you said you put clarity. What a great, I need clarity too. I'll have to add that to my list. So I wake up and I'm like, you know what? Should I use clarity or do I need to release something? Is there a way to test and check in with my body that would know what one I should use today?
Absolutely. By the way, there's also an essential oil blend called Release. I use
it. I got that too, guys. She had me covered after the first interview. I use them daily now.
So what you do, there's a couple different ways. A lot of people have heard of the sway test. If you're not familiar with it, Prune Harris Imaginal Health has a YouTube little video on it. And that's where you pick up whatever oil it is you're choosing to use. You hold it to your solar plexus. You stand in a relaxed position and inhale and exhale. And then just see if your body moves forwards or backwards. Or sometimes it just stays neutral in the center. This can be and this has been around for a long, 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 long time, because your body has an innate wisdom. So generally speaking, if you move forward, that's like, yeah, I like this. I want some more. And if you go backwards, it's like, nope, not at this time. Yeah, it might have worked yesterday, not today. And sometimes it's neither here nor there. So sway test is one of the ways that is very simple for someone. Or you can go to like an Eden Energy Medicine practitioner who does energy testing, and you can bring in your oils and they can energy test you using kinesiology. If you know a kinesiologist, a lot of chiropractors do the same thing. So if you're not comfortable with self-testing, there are other people out there who will be able to help you.
Fantastic. Now you mentioned this morning you put in a diffuser, your clarity. Now, can you explain to us, so that's one way to diffuse the oils, but we can talk about that and what is neat and what is a carrier oil?
Now with diffusing, a lot of times in the old days, because I was first introduced to essential oils back in the 80s, 1981. And at that time, they would have like a candle that was an aromatherapy candle, or they would put a ring around a candle, you drop an oil on it and you'd inhale the scent. Heat, if it's a good quality oil, heat will tend to negate the therapeutic properties of a really true organic oil. So you want to use a cold air diffuser. A cold air diffuser lightly pushes the oils into the air in minuscule droplets and is cold air, so the therapeutic qualities remain constant. Now, you mentioned a carrier oil. A lot of people are like, what is the difference? I'm so confused. There's many different types of carrier oils. Carrier oil like olive, sweet almond, jojoba, coconut. There's many of them, and there's many sources to find good organic carrier oils. Just do your research. Carrier oil is a big molecule. It's a really big molecule. So if you were playing tennis and you were to hit, if the carrier oil was the tennis ball, so to speak, you could hit it and it probably wouldn't go through the net. It's this big molecule. You're whacking it into the net and it's bouncing back. Whereas if you had an essential oil droplet, you could have thousands of them on your tennis racket and they would just sail through the net because the molecules in an essential oil are so minute. That is why they're so helpful to our body, because they really can get places that a big carrier oil can't. So a carrier oil is what you put an essential oil into. For example, a massage therapist does it all the time. Takes their massage oil, might add a drop of lavender if they want to create a calming, relaxing massage, and massage, the person's body. It covers big areas. Whereas you can also take that essential oil and apply it neat to the skin. And what that means is nothing is added to the oil. It's just put right onto the skin. And this is where it's so important to know the source of your oils. It's too easy to adulterate them, to add chemical solvents. It may smell like peppermint, but how do you know it really is the real deal? So do your homework, really do your research, especially if you're going to be putting them on your body. My goodness, we have enough toxins and chemicals already. So really know your source.
Are you overwhelmed each holiday season? Do you try and stay organized but can't keep up with it all? Would you like to reduce your stress during the holidays instead of having it grow? My proven coaching, training, decluttering, and organizing tips can get you where you need to be quickly. Topics covered include organizing for the holidays, clearing clutter in all areas, including post-holidays, using technology to reduce holiday stress, and going green to save time and money. Go to reawakenyourbrilliance.com under the Life Organization tab, where you'll find masterminds. Hope to see you in our mastermind community. How can essential oils support us in wellness?
From a proactive standpoint, as I said before, we want to do preventive maintenance on our bodies. We'll tend to know what's up. We can feel when we're just feeling off. You wake up in the morning and it's like, wow, I'm just feeling off. Something isn't quite right. One of my go-tos is Ningxia Red. It's a juice infusion that has essential oils to it. And I know if I just drink that down like an ounce or two in water or in my shake, I'll just have a better sense of wellness. It helps support my immune system, and I just feel more focused and more grounded. So we want to make sure that whatever we're using, we feel a shift afterward.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you'll know. If someone said, oh, you gotta try this, it works. It's really good for calming you down. And you take a sniff and all of a sudden, whoa, you just have to run out of the room. You do not feel calm. You know what? Maybe that oil isn't right for you at this time. Maybe it's not the right quality. Really, it's time to be responsible for our health and really know that there are just wonderful things out there to really support us.
What oils would you suggest for someone who's just learning, starting out? And I know this is like asking you who's your favorite pet or choose one of your favorite children. So it's a challenge for you, but just for basics, what would you recommend for a basic starter kit?
Basic starter kit, definitely lavender. To me, lavender I've always called it the Swiss Army knife of essential oils. When in doubt, pull your lavender out. So lavender is fabulous because it promotes calming and soothing. Peppermint, fabulous. It's invigorating. Again, if you apply it topically to the body, it can create a soothing atmosphere, a cooling effect on the body where you're using it. Lemon, invigorating. I love to diffuse lemon in my office, in my studio. It's just smells great. It's like, whoa, clears the cobwebs out of the brain. Frankincense, one of the most ancient oils ever distilled. What did they bring to the Christ child?
Yep.
And in the Bible, frankincense was used for everything from gout to a broken head, as they called it back then. And so frankincense is wonderful for promoting emotional and spiritual wellness and support, especially in these troubling times. Another fabulous one is from South America, and it's called copaiba. And it's not as well known here, but again, it's one of those wonderful essential oils that can support so many functions in our body. Even if I add a drop of it to a moisturizer and put it on my face, I can do the same thing with frankincense. I can put it into a moisturizer and massage it into my skin because it's rejuvenating. So those are single ones I really love. And then there's blends. A blend can be anywhere from 3 to over 70 oils that are in it. Yeah. And many companies make many, many different types of blends. The ones that I never leave home without are called Digest because it supports digestive function. Thieves, which helps support immune function.
I swear by Thieves. If you're going to get one blend, get that.
Yep. When I travel, because I travel so much for work, before I get in the cab to take me to the airport, I'll put a little drop of Thieves around my scarf, around my neck, because I just know I'm like becoming my own personal diffuser. And I'm smelling, inhaling those wonderful scents that support my immune function. Peace and calming, just like it says. Parents love peace and calming for themselves and for their children and for their pets. My friend is a vet tech, and she will put a drop of peace and calming on her hands and rub them together when she knows she's going to be dealing with animals that are just, coming into the vet and they're not happy to be there. They are not happy to be there. Deep relief, just like it says, it's a roll-on. When I go to teach NIA classes, I always have in my bag deep relief. And I just roll it on wherever I know I might tend to need some soothing, cooling, sensations after a good workout. And purification. Purification is a wonderful essential oil blend. I'll put a couple of drops on a cotton ball, and I'll stick it in the air vents just to freshen the air. So those would be my, I'm sorry, Julie, I know this is so hard for me. Stress away. Need I say more? And copaiba is in that.
Stress away, we can all use that. And I'm going to throw, again, I love Thieves and surrender. Again, not everyone needs to work on surrendering. That's a huge issue for me now. And release, those are two of my favorites. Again, I'm kind of the newbie learning about this, but the expansiveness that I felt has just been amazing. So I know this was hard for you. I appreciate you had to, we won't tell the other essential oils that weren't picked because I know that you love them all.
I know. And actually, like you said, when I was sharing about surrender is wonderful for control freaks, I almost had to smell my surrender just to be really clear on which oils I'd mention. Because it's like, how long do we have?
Right. I know you could go through all of them. So Lindy, a big part of me that's important to me when doing the podcast is having people take action, because awareness plus action equals change. So what take actions would you have for our audience today?
The take actions, I would say, if you feel essential oils are really calling to you and you would love to use them, personally in your business with your pets, just know that there's a lot of wonderful resources out there for you to go to. There's resources for animals. There's resources for those of you that are more metal digital, who want to know what's going on with an oil. Dr. David Stewart has written The Chemistry of Essential Oils Made Simple. Fabulous. There's super essential oil desk reference guides by different companies that really give you not only what's in the essential oil, but how would you use it? Would I inhale it? Would I put it on my skin topically? Would I take it internally? And it's confusing for people. So you want to have your reference guides. There's also a super one for natural home health care and vibrant cleaning. It goes, beauty. One of my favorite ones is saving face. And it's all of these wonderful recipes and blends for having youthful, beautiful skin using essential oils. So do your homework. That would be the first thing I would say. And then when you get your beautiful essential oils, let's say you get a starter kit, use them.
Mm-hmm.
People, I don't know what to do. Just remember, one of the easiest things to do is to breathe, especially in today's stressful world. Open up your beautiful bottle of essential oil and just close your eyes and just move it back and forth underneath your nose, taking several deep breaths, and just allow your body to relax and see. I always love to do breathe in for the count of 5 or 6, hold it for the same length of time, and then exhale. And do that several times and just see how differently you feel. It's wonderful to do a baseline check. We know all about those. Beforehand, before you smell that oil, let's say you're feeling like you're not grounded. So just check in with your body. How do I feel? And then use the essential oil. Just breathe it in. And the other take home would be use it somewhere on your body. I love to take a calming bath, and I love using baking soda. So you fill up the bathtub and you want to add essential oils to it. Never sprinkle the essential oils directly on the surface of the water, because oils and water don't mix. Instead, use a wonderful baking soda or baking soda Epsom salt. You can use honey. Some people use, powdered milk. There's wonderful blends. Just look on the internet, tons of them. And you add your essential oils to it. For example, let's say I wanted to use Stress Away. I'll have a couple cups of baking soda, and then I'll just hold the Stress Away up and ask my body, how many drops should I put into the baking soda? And I'll get 2 or 4, or if it's been a really wild day, it might be 8. And then I sprinkle it into the baking soda, and then I sprinkle that into the bath. And it all dissolves, and then you just soak. And when you're in there, do some wonderful breathing and just pull yourself, into a more relaxed, grounded space. Very helpful.
Fantastic. I take a bath every day. That is my woman cave. That's how I relax. That's how I get centered. Now, Lindy, how can people find out more information about your services? Please tell us.
Well, I have a website, which is essentialwisdom.com. However, it's spelled a little differently. It's ESCENTIAL wisdom.com. And you can also contact me by email. It's Lindy G, the number 3, EEM @gmail.com. And I also have a lovely Young Living website, which is myMYL.com/essential wisdom. However, the essential in that is spelled the traditional way. You know, I've been with Young Living for 20 years, and that was my original name of my company, was Essential Wisdom. Well, fast forward now, and the world is different.
Mm-hmm.
People are really zooming in on many things. So those are the ways you can contact me. And on my website, I will list all of these wonderful resources too, where you can find more information.
Fantastic. And we will put in the podcast liner notes, as well as YouTube, we will have direct links that people will be able to just click on to find you. I know we like to do things quickly and get going on them. Well, thank you. This has been awesome. I'd encourage you. Lindy has been a great resource for me. I've learned a lot. The oils have supported my wellness so much that I'm a huge fan now.
Yay! Well, thank you, Julie. This has been a lot of fun.
All right, everyone. Next month, we're talking about the holidays. Go out, clear the clutter to create the life you choose, deserve, and desire. Are you ready to live a more joyful and fulfilling life? Sign up for our newsletter at reawakenyourbrilliance.com and receive a free copy of 10 Steps to Clearing the Clutter Inside and Out. If you enjoyed today's episode, I would love it if you would rate and review the show, because it really helps us in the search ranking. See you next Tuesday at 1 o'clock. Remember, when you clear your clutter, you can create the life you desire.